YouTube, we are in the grand finals of the Meta Weekly every single week, bro. This is right after the 5th anniversary celebration. Last year, this had such a massive meta impact, the 4th anniversary that was. We have a new selection box, new Sword of Paladin, new monster Reborn. You're going to see the impact of the Meta Weekly with all the top deck lists or lack of an impact. And if you want to see an even bigger impact or even less of an impact, we're going to have the MCS January 15th, 1 p.m. EST, $1,400 players, $100 players. This is the largest, most prestigious, most competitive event, global, international, the best players from Japan, China, Korea, Brazil, Europe, Canada, America. It's all coming together. 1 p.m. EST, twitch.tv/duellinksmeta. We're going to see if this is a big flop or not. Get ready for the grand finals. Hajime.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
What is the impact of the 5th year anniversary? With Trentwick at the top and Egg at the bottom, if we look at newly released cards by release date, Apprentice Illusion Magician. Well, is Dark Magician doing well? Monster Reborn, that's big. We have alternative art, Dark Paladin, even though it came out many years ago, 5 years ago. What else is good? Unfortunately, Dark Magician needs more help, or we'll see in the MCS. BLS is pretty good, but is it in either player's deck? Maybe, maybe not. I don't want to reveal any secrets. We're going to turn 1 Merlin, summon a Madra from the deck, then equip it with a Noble Arms card to then summon a Noble Knight from the deck. We're going to summon a Boars. Now, the Boars will be able to reveal 3 Noble Knight cards, turning one of them going to the hand and the other 2 randomly going to the grave. Sending 2 traps to the grave and Gwynnifer to the hand. Gwynnifer can equip onto a monster, turning it into a level 5. So we could rank 5 exceed. With the traps in the graveyard, we could banish one of them to summon a Noble Knight during the opponent's turn, whenever you want. And with the Merlin in the grave, we could rank 5 exceed during the opponent's turn. So we have 2 cards activatable to exceed or summon a monster from the deck. How will he respond to this? Harpy Hunting Ground. Harpy Hunting Ground skill has been nerfed by Konami, so we had to ban it for our events. And even with the skill banned, Harpies are still dominating. Crazy. So they are now playing Harpy Hunting Ground in the main deck, activating the Harpy Hunting Ground, normal summoning the Harpy Lady, taking out the Gwynnifer. Now, I do believe this will be similar to how the nerf will be. He would have returned a Harpy card to get the Harpy Hunting Ground, right? Harpy Hunting Ground. Let's see the skill. Harpy, Harpy, Harpy. You can only use it at the beginning of your main phase of your first turn, which is what he would be doing right now. Return a card from your hand back in the deck, then play a Harpy Hunting Ground onto your field zone. So this is exactly what the skill would be doing. Channeler discarding to summon a Perfumer from the deck. That's going to activate the Harpy Hunting Ground to take out the field spell. Perfumer activating to search your deck for a Harpy spell. The field spell is just for using a card like Parallel Twister. Parallel Twister will be able to, if I spell it correctly, Parallel Twister. Twister will be able to send another spell or trap you control to the graveyard to then destroy a card in the field. And that's pretty much the only reason. I know, it's crazy. There has to be another reason. No, that's pretty much it. So I guess he loses the benefit of the Parallel Twister now by losing the field spell. And it is worth noting that, yes, Noble Knights opened up pretty much optimally, and Harpies are still shredding them. Cyber Slash Harpy is here, going to activate the Harpy Hunting Ground, targeting the back row ARF, and that will allow the Cyber Slash Harpy to activate to return a monster on the field back to the hand. If you want to, the Cyber Slash Harpy is a once per turn. We don't know if he passed priority yet on activating the Cyber Slash. He's going to chain the Noble Knight trap to summon a Noble Knight from the deck. Now, this is when the Cyber Slash will choose, do I want to return a monster? Choosing not to do so, which is a very good idea, and you're about to see why.
For you, I special summon a monster.
From the deck, Tristan. Arf, activate, targeting a Noble Knight. By targeting the Dristin, if equipped, will activate to destroy the Cyber Slash Harpy, but we could chain to the spell activating in the graveyard to return the Dristin, which means the equipped spell's now gonna not equip on anything. Very well timed Cyber Slash Harpy, showing that he does know how Noble Knights work. Many players would have activated their Cyber Slash Harpy too early. Harpy Hunting Ground, if there's no other spell or traps to destroy, it will have to destroy itself. We're going to special summon the Oracle alongside the newly summoned Cyber Harpy Lady. We have a rank 4 Exceed, an unrestricted. Normally, when you activate the Harpy Feather Nest to draw 2 cards, you're then restricted to Wind-type extra deck monsters only. This allows us to make something like a Malevolent Sin. Let the fun begin. A cool little trick with the card search on the website is you could filter by deck types. So if you want to see the Exceeds of a Harpy deck type, Harpy, Exceed, most played Malevolent Sin, but he's going to summon a Dweller instead. Dweller is going to stop the Merlin from activating. Very good. So Merlin is not going to be able to rank 4 Exceed. Now we're going to Feather Rest, return 3 Harpies, draw 2. We set, and there's no play. There's no way. No Merlin. He didn't chain Merlin to the Dweller. Should he have? Was that a mistake? Rank 4 Exceed. If he was able to make a Customine, the Customine would then also be negated. So we could switch Harpies into Noble Knights. What could he have exceeded into? He could have made the Customine, which would be 2,500 defense. The Cyber Slash would have easily taken it out. The best effect would then follow up be activating in the graveyard after being destroyed, but the Dweller would negate. Dweller is a hard counter to Noble Knights. Too many cards activate in the grave. Noble Knight Brothers on summon, special summon a Noble Knight from the hand. Special summon up to 2 Noble Knights from the hand. You could then target 3 Noble Knight cards in the graveyard to return them back in the deck to draw 1. Special summoning the Dristin that was returned back to the hand. And special summoning a Boars. Double special summon. 2-for-1 special Floodgate Trap Hole. Permanently flip the Fools face down. But we're going to chain Merlin. He did not preemptively activate Dweller at the start of the turn. At the start of the turn, he could have stopped the Merlin from activating, countering his Floodgate Trap Hole. Uh-oh. He had the counter. The Dweller could have stopped this Merlin summon. What was a 2-for-1 special is now going to be a rank 4 Exceed into a Customine. Fully preventable. And the Merlin also blocked the Cyber Slash from returning a monster on the field back to the hand. Double stopped. No way. Double countering the Floodgate and countering the Cyber Slash. Customine. This is going to cost him the whole duel by not preemptively activating that Dweller at the start of the turn, giving him the option to Merlin. He could have even chained it to the Noble Knight Brothers. Noble Knight Brothers is going to return 3 Noble Knights to draw 1 after the Customine has completely removed the field from the duel. Do we have a way to inflict 4,000 damage? We have 2,700 right now. What could he draw into? Even if he draws into the Noble Knight equip that gives 1,000 attack, that's not enough. He has already performed his normal summon. 1,500. And he ends. Why is that? Because the Noble Knight Brothers cannot attack. This says that for the, where does it say? You can only attack if you control exactly 3 Noble Knight monsters. Channeler, sending a Perfumer to summon a Harpy from the deck. Brothers could not even attack. He would not have really gained much from that attack anyway. Oracle activating. We're going to chain until Noble Arms are needed once again. Why would we activate this preemptively? Because if he summons the Cyber Slash Harpy, then your trap in your graveyard will trigger the Cyber Slash to return a monster on the field back to the hand. So you do want to make sure you use it before the Cyber Slash comes out. Back on the field. Now the Dristin is protecting your other Noble Knights from being attacked or being targeted by card effects. This would be a perfect opportunity to activate the Cyber Slash Harpy to return the Cussonine back into the extra deck because it activates when being sent to the grave. Forced to return the Dristin back. Maybe Egg did not know that. Should he have waited until he had an out to the Dristin before activating the Cyber Slash Harpy to deal with the Cussonine? Special summoning Oracle. Setting a back row. Not attacking into the Exceed, knowing that it will exceed from the extra deck if sent to the grave. Oracle in the end phase, adding back the Pot of Greed, Harpy Feather Rest, return 3 Harpies, draw 2. Only has 2 Harpies in the grave for now.
I shall play this.
I shall summon the Dristin into a Floodgate Trap Hole. Notice how he's not playing the Bottomless Trap Hole. Uh-oh. Did he done goof? Did he think he could return the Cussonine back to the extra deck? Again, forced to target the Dristin. Dristin protecting the Cussonine instead of flipping it face down, being sent back to the hand.
My monster's effect activates.
Gwynnifer equipping onto the Cussonine, boosting it up to 1800 attack. Now, the Gwynnifer says that if your monster is light, then if the monster would be destroyed by a card effect, it is not destroyed. To battle.
Do not.
Going in on to the Oracle, instead of putting himself into 2500 defense, going to go on the offense, putting the 3rd Harpy in the grave so he can now activate the Harpy Feather Rest. Thank you very much. I will return 3 Harpies to draw 2. I could also, finally, I could return the Cussonine back to your extra.
My monster's effect activates.
Dristin has protected the Cussonine enough. We're going to chain Treacherous Trap Hole. You are attempting to return me for the 3rd time. The Cussonine is going to play around the Cyber Slash Harpy. Does the Cussonine activate if you destroy it yourself? Let's read that real quick. This says that if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you could summon a Noble Knight Exceed from your extra deck. That is, in fact, playing around the Cyber Slash Harpy for the 3rd time. Double Dristin into a Treacherous. Cussonine will now be activating. Right? Activate.
My monster's effect activates.
Artorigus.
Summon a monster.
Artorigus on summon, equipping the Cussonine. Artorigus equipping all of the Noble Arms from the graveyard onto itself, which is just an ARF. All of them, just the ARF. Now, there's a few things I should mention, but I should not because it could be considered coaching. We're just going to watch the duel as he special summons a Harpist from the deck and then realizes that I am not able to summon anything but wind-type monsters. I could not Malevolent Sin for game. The Feather Rest says that you cannot special summon monsters except wind-type monsters. Now, there might be something else he will realize within this turn. I don't want to reveal it, and there's nothing to reveal. The reveal would have been that the Cyber Slash Harpy, even if you summon another one, is only a once per turn. It's a hard once per turn. So if he would have activated another spell, the Cyber Slash would have not activated. Mystical Space Typhoon in that draw phase. Going to go for, I'm assuming, the ARF, which will then allow him to activate the Cyber Slash Harpy, returning the Artorigus back to the extra deck before it could activate, destroying the Cyber Slash Harpy. Return. With 4 cards in the hand and Cyber Slash already activating its effect, do we have any plays? Do we have another Noble Knight Brothers to summon? Do we have a Madrat? Do we have a Merlin? We have a Madrat. He desperately needs to flip up that back row card to stop the Madrat. He's going to equip the Noble Arms of Destiny, allowing him to summon a Noble Knight from the deck. I don't see him stopping anything. Summoning a Boars in the deck. Boars is now going to possibly be equipped with the Noble Arms of Destiny. If not, the Gwynnifer will equip onto it. Boars will reveal 3 Noble Arm cards. One of them will randomly go to the hand. The other 2 will go to the grave. Arf, Caliburn, Gallatin. That is going to be plus 500 attack or plus 1,000 attack. He adds the Gallatin to the hand. That is plus 1,000 attack. Equipping it with a Gallatin, boosting it to 2,700 attack. Could not activate the Cyber Slash Harpy, was forced to use it early. We are rank 5 exceeding into an Artorgus. Artorgus on summon, equip any number of noble arms from the graveyard onto the Artorgus. Once per turn, you could detach a material, destroy a monster on the field, opening up the field for a lethal attack. It is all up to that set card. 3,700 attack. We could also boost up our life points by 500. We will destroy that back row card. It was a Swallow Nest. Artorgus, detach a material, taking out the Cyber Slash Harpy. Open field, 3,200 attack, going up to 2,200 life with the Caliburn. Lethal. Oh my Jesus, that was a crazy duel.
Oh no! I've lost.
Glory to the light.
Trentwood going first. Noble Knights were a tier 1 deck, borderline tier 0 with the skill balance. Balance allowed them to consistently have a turn 1 Noble Knight plus an equip card. Setting up with the Merlin and Madrat turn 1 with an equip card was insane. And as you can see, without the skill balance, he just passed. That was his turn. He took a turn and he passed. Did not set a back row, did not summon a monster, just passed. Harpy Perfumer on summon, gonna grab an Elegant Egotist. Swallow Nest gonna swallow up the Perfumer to then summon a Channeler. Channeler will discard a Harpy to summon a Harpy from the deck. He does have lethal damage. If Trentwick has no hand traps, we're going to be quickly heading into game 3. Please tell me you have something. Oracle activating to add a Harpy card during the end phase in the graveyard. Synchroing into a Cyber Slash Harpy. And with Elegant Egotist, that will be the remaining lethal damage we need to win in a single turn. Now, in case it's not lethal, how much back row are we going to be setting up? If he double sets and he's able to activate a hand trap to stop this lethal attack, he's going to first draw 2 to potentially have triple back row. From an epic duel to a quick game 2. Say it ain't so. One set. Only one? Only one set. If Trentwick has a hand trap, he has a great chance of setting up next turn. Taking the 1800, we would not Sphere Krebo the Cyber Harpy Lady. And that's where we would have activated our hand trap egg with an epic game 2. Dkayed, was that supposed to happen? Did he get incredibly unlucky? Well, the skill balance prevents this from happening. This is why a lot of people are not playing the deck. So this is expected. For people that don't play Noble Knights, that's why they don't play it, because they expect that to happen. If you don't see a Merlin or Madrat, then it's heavily favored for Harpies to win. Okay, now we need an equip card. We got it. We got it. As I said, I truly believe Noble Knights are better than Harpies if they open up Merlin and or Madrat with an equip card, so he has the advantage to win this duel.
I activate an equip spell.
Noble Knights, not even on the tier list. Right now, Harpies is the sole tier 1 deck about to be beaten by a non-tiered deck. Going to turn both of the monsters into level 5. Now, during the opponent's turn, he's going to be able to summon a Noble Knight from the deck. Necro Valley will stop the equip cards from re-equipping from the grave. It will prevent him from banishing the trap to summon a Noble Knight from the deck. He could Chainlink 2 to it, or he could possibly have an MST or a Cosmic Cyclone to deal with the Necro Valley.
I know every move.
Chaining. We chaining. We are not going to allow that. We are also going to flip up the Noble Knight trap to look at the top 2 cards of our deck, then add 1 to the hand. What are we going to reveal? Gwynnifer. Parallel Twister. I'm going to add that Parallel Twister. That deals with the Necro Valley. Ooh, that was a good ad. Good ad. Summoning Dristan from the deck. Now, we already know the Necro Valley is going to be dealt with. But the Parallel Twister can only deal with the Necro Valley if you have another spell or trap to send to the graveyard to destroy the Necro Valley. It's a 2-for-1.
My monster's effect
Perfumer on summon, activating to grab an Elegant Egotist, possibly. That means he already has an Elegant Egotist, I would say, by him grabbing a Feather Rest instead. He is Swallow Nesting. Now, he could have had a Swallow Nest instead of the Elegant Egotist, or he's got both. Swallow up the Harpy, summon a Harpy from the deck. Now, it's worth noting the Feather Rest can't even be activated with the Necro Valley. Gia, not during the Grand Finals. The Feather Rest cannot move cards from your graveyard back in the deck to draw 2. So why would he grab a Feather Rest knowing he can't activate it? He will be discarding. Maybe he's just discarding the Feather Rest. No, we are discarding a Harpist to summon a Harpy from the deck. Again, if he summons an Oracle, he can't touch his own graveyard. What are you doing? Your Necro Valley is countering yourself. Countered. It's worth noting that Perfumer could have searched for a Harpy Hunting Ground. Instead, search for a card that he can't use. I'm quite perplexed on what he plans on doing. What is going on here? The Dristin is protecting the Boars from being targeted. The Madra could still be targeted. He does have an Elegant Egotist. Chaining the Cyber / Harpy to return. The Dristin is only protecting less than 1800 attack, so he can target the Madrat. Madrat, very good target. That's going to make the Gwynnifer fall off. Gwynnifer will not be able to re-equip onto a monster due to the Necro Valley.
Hope you're ready.
Now, with the Noble Arms of Destiny, that will protect the Boars from being destroyed. Once per turn, if you would be destroyed, you're not destroyed. We only have 2 attacks, and we can't do both attacks onto the Boars because the Dristin is forcing you to attack into it. We know he's got the Feather Rest. I think Egg may be panicking right here, knowing that there is going to be a follow-up Parallel Twister to take out that Necro Valley.
Is that the best you can do?
We're not gonna even love tap the Boars, knowing that it won't be destroyed. Even though there's a Necro Valley, you could still Harpist to add the Channeler from the deck to the hand. Is Trentwick going to win on this turn? Trentwick has made it to the top 32 4 times. He has never been able to make it past top 32 in the Meta Weekly. He's going from 4 times top 32 to winning it with Noble Knights, a non-top tier deck. He reveals 3 Noble Arms, adding a Caliburn from the deck to the hand randomly. Caliburn going to boost up his attack by 500, but we're going to activate the Parallel Twister first. Parallel Twister sending the Destiny to the graveyard to destroy the Necro Valley. Not activating the Cyber / Harpy. Cyber / Harpy could have been activated to return the Boars back to the hand, but then what? He would have re-normal summoned it. Trap from the grave, summon a Noble Knight from the deck.
I special summon a monster.
Trentwick summoning a Noble Knight Brothers. Noble Knight Brothers is going to activate to return 3 Noble Knight cards in the graveyard back in the deck to draw 1. 5 cards in the hand, not looking good for Harpies.
I summon a monster in attack position.
Normal summoning a Merlin. Merlin tribute itself, summoning a Noble Knight from the deck.
Special summon a monster. Witness what fate has in store for you. I exceed.
Rank 4 Exceed. Custanine. Custanine could detach 2 materials, returning the entire field of monsters back to the hand, only detaching 1. Leaving up the Cyber Harpy Lady. Gwynnifer equipping onto the Dristin. Dristin wiping out the Custanine, not the Cyber Harpy Lady. What is he doing? Going to activate the Custanine to summon an Artorgus. Artorgus is going to be able to detach a material, taking out the Cyber Harpy Lady, attacking for 22, then following up with a lethal 2100 damage. Trentwick with the Noble Knight tricks is your grand final champion of the Meta Weekly. Whoa, 5th anniversary Noble Knights winning it.
Destiny will
What
punish for your
the hell
disobedience.
was that? Wow. Okay. Top 32 decks of the new box, new 5th year anniversary. What's good? What's not good? Well, apparently Gaia is good. Why? Why is Gaia so good? Because Gaia received new support. Blackluster Soldier can be searched in a Gaia deck. Gaia could search Blackluster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning. We're going to talk about that. Harpies are still good. Burning Abyss, did they get support? Let's look at this. We're going to see how much Monster Reborn was in the top 32. So let's start from the bottom to the top. Let's go. We're not going to spend too much time on anything that's not crazy. So right off the bat, Monster Reborn, you better be keeping track in this video, all right? Let me know in the comments, how many Reborns are we seeing? Another Reborn. That's all I see that's new for magnets. Ooh, Monster Reborn. We have some good synergy with Reborn in this deck. You could Reborn the Gaia to then make your Gaia Fusion. You could Reborn with magnets. Delta, send a magnet, then Reborn it. You can Channeler, discard a Harpy, then Reborn it onto the field. So these are decks where you could Reborn either on your first turn or a very good follow-up. That's good. And BLS. So where is the synergy here? If we BLS, you banish a light and a dark to summon it. Well, this is a light and this is a dark. So light, dark, banish, summon. How are we searching it though? We're going to search for it with this, the Soldier. You are going to tribute this card to add a level 7 or higher warrior. And that's going to be BLS. Holy moly. That's why we're playing more Soldier Gaia, because you have the option to search for a BLS or search for a Gaia. That is great. Whoa, Monster Reincarnation? Discard a card, target a monster from the graveyard, add it back to the hand? Didn't we do something like that with BLS back in the day? Back in the day, BLS was limited to 1 when I played it. It was never, or maybe on release, you could play more than 1. I remember that, the release weekend of this coming out. Ooh, I was like 15 years old. That was 17 years ago. Good job with this triple. I love this. Triple Leveneer, BLS, triple Crane, and using Monster Reincarnation to add any of them back. We have Ritual Beast, no Reborn, nothing new. And we have Gateway to Another Dimension, nothing new, but it's cool to see Chronomaly do well. Defusion. Pick up your Defusion from the Structure deck, because that's probably the only thing good from the Structure deck until we have a good way to summon the Ebon Magician. It's a really good rank 7 Exceed from the Structure deck, but we don't have a good way to summon it. That's a problem. Cyber Dragon, no Reborn. Another BLS and Reborn. Double Soldier. I gotta play Gaia again. Searching the BLS. Who saw this coming, that BLS was going to be so good for Gaia? Water Exceed with the Reborn. No Reborn. Reborn optional. What the heck is this? Dark Advance. During either player's main phase or battle phase, target one monster in your graveyard with 2400 or more attack and 1000 defense. Add it to your hand, then immediately after this card effect resolves, you contribute one monster with 2400 or more attack, 1000 defense, and face-up attack position. You can only activate one Dark Advance per turn. What? This is for Monarchs? Caius? Ryza? Gym Leader Brawl, Reborn, working well with the Delta. Super spicy. We have David Magri with Into the Void in the Dino Mist. No new 5th anniversary support. Happy Hippo. We have TG, Reborn, the Screw Serpent. Moving on. Cyber Dragon with Reborn. Reborn Harpies. Reborn BLS with the Gaia. More Reborn BLS Gaia. Can this Gateway add a Blacklist? No. This could not add BLS Envoy. That'd be too good. Nothing new in Yosenju. Reborn Melodious. You Reborn the Soprano. That triggers its effect to add a monster from the graveyard back to the hand. Very cool. Okay. Nice. We have Neos, Burning Abyss. It's kind of wild that the Burning Abyss decks are quite different. This is more trap heavy. This is wild. What are you doing? I want to play this deck. The Destiny draw, Monarchs. You summon Ryza to return a card in the field back on top of the deck, and then you chain your Samorg from the hand to summon onto the field. 2,900, 2,400. Samorg could tribute the Ryza to negate any back row. That's a nasty combo. That's the combo. You do that combo. And it even works from the graveyard. The Samorg could summon from the grave onto the field. It's great. I love this. We have Abyss Actors. Nothing new. No Reborn. Your Pendulums don't go to the graveyard. You can't Reborn your Pendulums if they're going to the extra deck. Reborn TG. Reborn Magnets. You would think in a 30-card deck you have room for your monster Reborn. Nope. I don't got room for that. Apparently. No Reborn. No Reborn. Second place. No Bottomless. We gotta do some checks. Okay, I'm gonna do some full checks on these decks. We're gonna be doing the Reborn check, the Bottomless check, the BLS check. Get ready for the checks. So good job, Egg, for second place. And then first place, oh my, not a top 2 nothing from the 5th year anniversary. What the heck? Good job, Trentwick. Very happy for your success with Noble Knights. True inspiration. He's showing you all you don't need a top tier deck to be good. Now, I'm going to show you some extra decks. You're going to see what the best Dark Magician decks were that did not make it to the top 32. That is not the deck I wanted to show you, but that is a deck that almost made top 32. This one. This one almost made top 32. Gaga Magician could turn itself to a level 7 to make the new rank 7. Very good. Very good. We have another deck. These are all decks that almost made top 32. The Tier Copium. So the deck before this was Rocket. This is Kuya Hertz. These are just ideas. These decks did not get top 32, but you know, okay, ideas. And we go to the top deck page and we go to tournaments. We go on Meta Weekly. I'm gonna type in Monster Reborn. These were all the decks of Monster Reborn. That's a lot of Monster Reborn. So now if I do, we want to do Bottomless Trap Hole. Bottomless Trap Hole, did they main deck it? 1. Side decked. 1 deck in the top 32 played 1 Bottomless. Now, Envoy of the B. 5 decks. 5 decks, but none of them played more than 1. Interesting. No one had an idea to play 2 or 3. And just in general, if we have new tournaments, Meta Weekly, these are all the decks using something new, which is mostly going to be Monster Reborn. And that's it. That is the top 32. That is the impact of the new box. And make sure you show up for January 15th, $1,400. If this is uploaded after, I am so sorry. Let's go.